It's been more than 25 days the country had witnessed a brutal rape and murder of a trainee doctor. After the huge outcry by the people and the trainee doctors and all the medical association, the West Bengal government had responded to the situation and a new anti-rape bill introduced in the West Bengal Legislative Assembly. Hello and welcome to the in-news series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about anti-rape bill which was introduced in West Bengal State Legislative Assembly, and this session is important for you GS2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So we'll have an idea about the news. After that we are going to discuss about the bill, that what this bill entails. Then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So as we had already discussed that after more than 25 days since the nation had witnessed a very brutal murder and rape of a trainee doctor, the West Bengal government has come up with a bill which is named as Aparajita Bill, and in the official language it is known as West Bengal Criminal Laws and Amendment Bill, which will deals with the safety of the women and also the children associated with sexual crimes. So this is the bill which we are going to talk about, and why this bill was need of an hour, what are the challenges associated with it. We'll also discuss this thing in the detail. So this has been unanimously passed in the West Bengal State Legislative Assembly. It means that the opposition members who are most of the BJP had also supported this bill. So now we'll come to that what this bill entail about. So the first point is about that life sentence without parole for those convicted. So before discussing all these points, I want to tell you that this is for the first time that any state government had asked that there should be the amendment in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. And they had decided that there will be the amendment in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, and they had introduced a different kind of the bill, and which says that these provisions are required to deal with the gender related violence and what you can say sexual violences and sexual crimes which is happening against women and children. So that's why they had suggested few changes which was not in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, and the laws which has become very stricter in terms of the related to the sexual violence and sexual crimes. So the first point is the life sentence without parole for those convicted. So first we need to understand the parole. So the parole is a French word, and what does it mean by? So it means that spoken words. So in earlier society what had happened that if any prisoners were kept in prison, so that person was left outside in the promise or in the words that that person will not commit any kind of the offense. So that's why this is called as a parole. So parole is, you can sometimes it can be a temporary arrangement or temporary bail, or not bail but temporary what you can say relaxation for a person which or who can go outside. And if the person cannot do and cannot fulfill the promises which has been given to the parole officer, the person can be readmitted to the jail. So this is about the parole, a brief understanding about the parole. So life sentence without parole for those convicted. So the bill stipulates a life sentence without parole for those convicted of rape along with a fine. So here there is a provision of that there will be the life sentence if any person is convicted of the rape. There will be the life sentence along with the fine. So this is the thing. So it has changed that earlier in BNS we have this 10 years, and BNS is applicable throughout the country, which is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, but it has changed to the life imprisonment and also the fine. Capital punishment for those convicted if victim is left dead or in vegetative state after the crime. So capital punishment, it means that you can say hanging of a person or different kind of things in which the person's life will not be saved, and capital punishment will be given to those people if the victim is dead and the victim is left in a vegetative state. So what is a vegetative state? When the victim's brain is dead, the victim is in coma. So in that situation, there will be the capital punishment for the accused. So this is the thing. Now we'll come to the third point. Third point is about the tighter rules under POCSO Act. So this bill does not just deal about the safety of the women, it also deals about the safety of the children, because we have seen that many of the sexual crimes is happening against the children. So there will be the more stringent rule for the children. And then Aparajita Task Force. So under this bill, there will be the establishment of the Aparajita Task Force, and what this thing will do. So this bill has a provision that the accused will be punished within 21 days of the primary report, and the trial will happen within 30 days. So this is about the Aparajita Task Force. We have other provisions also. So other provisions are routes on which doctors and nurses travel will be provided with ample security. And for that, what we have seen that the West Bengal government has allotted 120 crore rupees. So there is also Ratri Sathi for the safety of the doctors and nurses, and acid attacks convicts to face life imprisonment without parole. So we often see the news related to the acid attacks. In that case also there will be the provision of life imprisonment without parole. It means that in this case the accused cannot go outside. There will be no provision for the parole. There will be no provision for the temporary relaxation that person can go to the home. So this is a very stringent law which is somewhat different from the BNS, and that has also created a lot of debate and challenges that BNS is sufficient to deal with the crimes against women and children and different kinds of rapes which are happening in the country. However, it says that so many people are saying that laws are not enough to deal with any kind of the crimes which are happening against the women, which are happening against the children. The former Chief Justice of Supreme Court had said that what happened that we need to respect the women, we need to make awareness regarding the gender sensitization, and we need to teach our men and what you can say all over the people that these are the different communities and we need to respect their dignity. So apart from the stringent law, we must have this awareness sensitization kind of programs in which men and women should be treated equally, and these kind of sensitization mentality change is necessary to avoid such kind of the crimes against women. So apart from the law, the mindset, the awareness, all these things are necessary to deal with the sexual crimes against women or any kind of the violence which are happening against the women. So if there will be the question in your examination that laws are enough to deal with the crimes against women, then you can say no, only laws are not able to deal with the crimes against women, because after Nirbhaya case we can see that there was a severe change in the laws and rules and regulations. Despite of that, we can see that many women are raped every time and so many crimes are happening against the women, and NCRB data is showing that crimes rate against the women are increasing. So what it shows that? It shows that only law is not impactful to deal with the crimes against women. We need to sensitize our population. We need to see, we need to bring equality in the society. So this is the answer for this question. Now we'll come to the question round. The question is, under section 64(1) of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, what is the minimum punishment for a person convicted of rape except in specific cases mentioned in the subsection 2? 5 years of rigorous imprisonment, 10 years of rigorous imprisonment, 7 years of rigorous imprisonment, life imprisonment without the possibility of the parole. So we already had discussed that this Aparajita bill has a more stringent law than Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, and that has also created a much debate that Aparajita bill was needed in West Bengal or not, or is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is able to criticize and able to deal with the crime against women. So you have to answer this question into the comment section, and this is all about the today's session. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section, and do think about the question which I had discussed, that laws are not enough to deal with the crimes against women. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.